What's good, YouTube? FAIRDALE Kings coming at you again with another EA Sports College Football 25 video. Tonight, we're going to have number 6 Ole Miss and number 8 Oregon facing off in the Allegiant Field in the Kickoff Classic game in Vegas. This is going to be the kickoff game, Season 2, 2025. Both the openers for this team, so they haven't had time to get familiar with their rosters in play, so they're going to have to figure it out as they go along. But without further ado, let's get into it. Let's watch this game together, recap kind of what happened. Should be fun, and we'll see. I mean, I know that this is a highly, highly anticipated game. Last year, Oregon went undefeated throughout the regular season, lost the Big Ten championship game, and then was able to turn around, make the playoffs, and lost in the quarterfinals of the playoffs to Notre Dame. Ole Miss went 15-1, won the SEC championship game, defeating Alabama. They made it to the title, blew a 14-point lead, and lost to the Ohio State University. But this is a great game to kick off the season. You've got two of the favorites facing off at a neutral site, so the crowd noise will be crazy. It'll be rowdy, but it's not going to be to the effect that it's going to impact play calling. You see Ole Miss came out, iced out in those white jerseys. Looks like Ole Miss is going to be kicking off. Oregon's going to be deep to receive. Let's get it. Ball's going to be 3 yards deep in the end zone. Oregon is going to bring the ball out. As you see, Oregon is going to be breaking in Nico Yamalieva to be quarterback. This is his first game. The Ducks take over at 16. You see Oregon Ducks coach Hakeem White, records 13-2. Ducks come out in a bunch set to the right. Going to be an RPO. Going to keep the ball, run the upfield. Pick up 7. That's a little bit of a shock. You don't see Oregon run the ball that frequently. They come out and establish the running game first play. Let's see if that's just going to be an anomaly, if that's going to be a theme for this game. Picks up 6, actually brings up 2nd and 4 and 23. Tight bunch to the left. Got a receiver open, has A coming across. Oh, wow, he gets smacked. Going to drop the ball. Corner comes off the tight end, streaking down the field. Going to be number 17 with the drop. I believe that's 17. It might be a different number, actually. Going to be number 13. Drops the ball. Tough go at it for Oregon. Going to bring up 3rd and 4 for Yamalieva and the Oregon Ducks. Got a couple guys open. Misses them. Throws the ball late across the middle. That's going to be intercepted. Number 42 for Ole Miss, first big mistake of the game. Huge mistake. Backed up. Throws the ball late across the middle. You never do that. Throws an interception. Ole Miss is going to take over 1st and 10 at the 36. First big mistake of the game. Coach Kugel, head coach of the Rebels, you see last season, 15-1 record. They're also not one that likes to run the ball a lot. Take over 36. Actually pick up 12 yards on first down. That's going to be a first down for the Rebels. You see the highlight up there. Antoine Wells is one of the favorite receivers for this group. Love to get the ball into his hands. He likes to run some short crossing patterns. Favorite of the quarterback. Now Ole Miss is breaking in a new quarterback this season. They're going to run right back again. Pick up 7. Actually 8. Bring up 2nd and 2. Walker Howard is the new quarterback in charge of the Rebels. He replaces Jackson Dart. So this is going to be his team to manage this season. This is his first game in the Limelight Showcase event, headliner of the week. We're going to get a jet coming across, going to actually be the jet pass. Flips it up to him, picks up 2, brings up 3rd and inches at the 15. Running back matchup, you got Rashad Amos, which is a power back, 86 speed, 95 carry. Jordan James for the Ducks, returning player. I know he had more than a dozen rushing touchdowns last year. Didn't have very many attempts though, but when they get in the red zone, they go to the back, and James is the workhorse around the goal line area. Ole Miss drops back to pass, throws an incomplete pass wide left. I mean, that's a little bit of the nerves taking over. Young quarterback, first big game under the lights. Doesn't convert, brings up 4th and inches. The Ducks are moving some people around. Probably going to be a dive, and sure enough, it is. Rebels run the ball right up the middle of the field. Gain of 5. That's enough for a first down. Move the chains, keep the drive moving down the field. If you guys are just joining us, we saw Oregon take possession first, but committed a critical turnover, backed up, throwing the ball across the middle. Right here, they run a crossing route. You've got a tight end getting into the end zone. Ole Miss is on the scoreboard first. Touchdown, Rebels. Hits the extra point early in this first quarter. Ole Miss 7, Oregon 0. Expect a lot of points tonight. That's the anticipation. Ole Miss is going to kick the ball off. It's going to be 2 yards deep. Oregon will catch the ball and return it. Spin move, shakes a couple people, gets out to the 17. This high-flying Ducks offense takes over at the 17-yard line. Let's see what they do now on their second drive. Love to run a lot of bunch formation. Right now we're in a trips right set. We get motion coming across the field. Probably going to be a mesh concept. Sure enough, it is. Tries to throw the ball deep. Overthrows the receiver. Yamalieva with a little bit of inaccuracy, maybe some nerves. This is his first full action as a starter at Oregon. Last year, he was a starting quarterback as a redshirt freshman at Tennessee. He comes in highly recruited. Most teams wanted him. There was only a select few that had opportunity to reach out to him. He's a West Coast guy from California. He elected to stay on the West Coast and transferred to Oregon, where he takes over the reins of this high-flying offense. That's going to be James running the ball between the tackles. Picks up 6 yards, brings up 3rd and 4. It's a manageable situation. You have to be able to respect both the run and the short pass. So good down for the offense. Keeps the defense off balance. You don't know necessarily what exactly is coming, so you got to be prepared for everything. We're going to get a motion across the field over to a trips concept. Pressure, instant pressure right up the middle. That's going to be a sack by Cam Franklin. Brings up 4th and 16. It'll be interesting to see if Oregon's going to rely on their defense or if they're going to actually go for it in this situation. Down 7 already. They're going for it. This is a huge play early in this game. 4th and 16, down 7 points. The Ducks are going to run a stem route to the left. Actually picks up what looks like probably 20 plus yards, maybe 25 yards on that. Continues the drive. Going to be 1st and 10 at the 36. So they do move the chains. That's a big, huge momentum call. They don't convert that. Man, this game might be over early, boys, but they do convert. Going to move the sticks. Throws the ball out to the flats. Picks up several yards. Gain of 22. First down and 10. 1st and 10 for the Ducks just across midfield. Trips right, tight end on the backside. See like we got some double post action now. Stem route on the backside. We're going to get a flat route. Tight end's going to run a square. And look at the angle route. There's a Texas route right there. Nice angle route by the running back, utilizing James out of the backfield. Going to pick up what looks like maybe 19 yards on a quick hitter to the running back out of the backfield. 1st and 10, Oregon. Just outside the red zone. Tight end was wide open. Yamalieva with another inaccurate pass. He had the tight end. Tight end was flashing open on the right side of the field. Comes back to a stem route. Incomplete pass. Throws it off just a little bit. Ball hits the ground. Has to be frustrating. Oregon does run the RPO action. Gets over here to the right side. That's enough for another first down. Gain of 16. First and goal from the 9 for the Ducks. They're in a tight, looks like it's actually a trip set to the right. James beside Yamalieva. He's going to run the ball. Picks up one. 2nd and goal from the 8. Jordan James, I mean, he is a dynamic playmaker for this Oregon team. They're going to have to count on him. Rely on him a little bit more this year. They lost all that speed at wide receiver. Nico's going to run the ball, pulls it down. Actually, that's a quarterback read option. Picks up one. Wasn't expecting that, but Ole Miss staying in the cover 2. They've got the hard flats taken care of. Took away the RPO, so the quarterback had no choice but to pull the ball down. We get trips to the left, tight trips actually to the left. That's going to be the end of the first quarter, folks. At the end of 1, Ole Miss 7, Oregon 0. Close game. Oregon Ducks are driving. You see right now, Ole Miss is 2 of 3 passing for 12 passing yards. A little bit of a shock there, but it was a short field. Oregon, on the other hand, is 4 of 8 passing, but they do have that one critical turnover already early in this game. Going to get a mesh concept. There's the motion. He's going to run a wheel route. They've got that covered up. Crossing route to the tight end. White Boy Fresh, that's his nickname. Casper the Ghost with the touchdown. Ducks on the board, 7-6 early. They're going for the extra point, going to hit it. We have a tie game, 7-7 between Ole Miss and Oregon. Ball's going to be kicked off. Looks like Ole Miss is going to return this ball. He loves to bring it out of the end zone. This ball is 9 yards deep, and actually he's going to throw his hand up, wave his hand, throw the white flag. Didn't expect to see that. They're going to scrimmage now from the 25-yard line, which is a great decision. They're coming out in this gun deuce close. We know that there's some hard plays in this formation. They're actually going to run the ball to the left. That's an inside zone play. Picks up 4, brings up a 2nd and 6, which is a manageable down and distance. 2nd and medium, coming out again, gun, deuce, close. Got to watch the RPO out of this formation. We're going to run inside zone again. Gashes the Ducks up the middle. Gashes them up the middle from 129 down to the other 29. Gain of 42 yards on that carry. Amos, 5 carries for 70 yards. Long run right there was that one, 42 yards. Ole Miss is cooking. They're already inside the 30, driving the ball deep in Oregon territory yet again. Throws the ball on a crossing route. There's no one there to defend it. Number 19 with the touchdown. Howard is now 3 of 4 passing with 2 tutties, 41 yards. Ole Miss answers right back. What a drive. Doesn't take them long to traverse 75 yards. The Rebels with the touchdown. 3 plays, 39 yards. 3 plays, 39 seconds for 75 yards. Touchdown Ole Miss on top now again, 14-7. Ball's kicked deep. Oregon's going to go ahead and bring that out of the end zone from 2 yards deep. Gets out to about the 22-yard line where they're going to scrimmage from the 22. Take over 1st and 10. Oregon right now, their quarterback is 5 of 9 for 86 yards and a touchdown, but he does have 1 bad interception and a couple other plays that were inaccurate. Yamalieva right now is struggling at the helm. We'll see what he does. We get another motion. Is this going to be another motion mesh play? Yes, it is. The receivers run into each other. There's no one open. He's going to get sacked, lose 8. That's another bad play. We have not seen him run mesh will the way they're doing it. He's watched a little bit of film. I know that he's watched Ole Miss play. He's watched them play Ohio State and Notre Dame. Saw a little wrinkle in our offense and it's kind of taken it under his wing. But, man, he's ran that play 3 times and only connected on one of them. That coach actually knows that play very well. Holy cow, throws the ball. Casper the Ghost catches it. That's going to be a huge momentum play. 36-8. Going to be 44-yard catch. 1st and 10. Ducks on the other side of the field. Cooking. They're cooking. They're looking to answer back and respond quickly to Ole Miss's quick score. We got a jet pass. Casper the Ghost. He's a former wide receiver. They've converted to tight end. Catches the ball. He's got 3 catches for 55 yards and a touchdown. Been very impressive in the short amount of time that I've seen this guy. He has looked very good. We got that motion. Vertical route. The wheel route was wide open. Wheel route right down the seam. The seam route was wide open. He likes to go outside. Man, that's another missed big play. But they throw the ball out to the flats. It's going to bring up 3rd and 2, 3rd and manageable situation. More than likely, they're going to run this inside zone. We'll see if they actually RPO it or not. Going to run the inside zone. That's going to be James. Picks up 10 yards. Why not? If they're going to give you 10, you take a free 10. Just ask the Ohio State coach. He knows all about that. You throw the ball, only 3 things can happen and 2 of them are bad. You can throw an incomplete pass, interception, or actually complete a ball. So I think his philosophy is he'd rather sit there and control the ball, control the action, run the ball. Right now, Jordan James again. That's a gain of 11 for Jordan James. 5 attempts for 34 yards with a long run of 11, which is that carry right there. 1st down, Ducks inside the 15. They're driving the ball downfield. Here we go. Single back. Ace, single back. Got 2 tight ends. They're going to run the stretch play. He gets in behind the big guy. Takes it into the end zone. That's another 11 or 14-yard run. Touchdown. And you know what? I don't know. Was that James or was that the transfer? I believe that was the transfer from Georgia who took the ball into the end zone. What a big, big play. That was one of the most highly coveted players in the transfer portal. I believe that was Roderickson. He just took the ball to the house. It's now 14-14. Holy cow. Kicks the ball down the middle. He's going to bring it out from 9 yards deep. This is going to be a 109-yard kickoff return for a touchdown. What a huge, huge mistake on the part of Ole Miss and a great, great play for the special teams of the Rebels. Oregon makes a mistake in their kicking game. The middle opened up like the parting of the Red Sea. They're going to take the ball right down the middle. Ole Miss is now on top, 21-14 with only 2 minutes remaining in the first half as we have the 2-minute warning. Ball's kicked over here deep into the left, 2 yards deep. Number 11 is going to bring it out, attempts to spin, fails miserably. Oregon's going to take over, has 90 yards to go if they want to actually put 7 on the board. That was Jaden McGowan that had the 108-yard kickoff return for a touchdown. That was Jordan James on that carry. Previously, though, for the Ducks, it was Roderick Robinson II who scored the touchdown. James is the deep back. We've got a tight cluster over here to the right. They're going to run what looks like a quick trap to the left. James picks up 5 yards on that 45 quick base play to the left. Gets a couple blockers out in front. It's going to bring up a 3rd and medium. Oregon's already gone for it one time in this game, deep in their end of the field, converting a 4th and 16. This is a 3rd and 5. We've got a hitch. They throw the hitch route, pick up the first down, move the chains. Gain of 6 on the play. Going to bring up First and 10 at the 21. That's DeAndre Jackson with the catch. That's a freshman receiver of 68 overall. Throws the ball across the middle. That's Casper the Ghost, my favorite player on this Ducks team. Picks up 7. Nico Yamalieva is 10 of 14 for 150 yards. Touchdown, but has that one interception early in the game. Right now, they're trying to get down the field to at least put 3 points on the board. There's another pass again to DeAndre Jackson, the freshman. This freshman, though, a lot of speed, 95 speed, but his route running is to be desired. They're back out in this tight bunch to the right. 43 seconds to go. We get a snap. I've got a guy running wide open down the seam. They connect the ball, connect the dots. Holy cow, that's going to kill this drive. Absolutely, you cannot have penalties. You're moving the ball. There's not a lot of time to go in a half. You get a holding penalty, backs them up. Going to be 1st and 20 now with 36 seconds remaining in the half. This might be enough that this is going to prevent them from getting any points. There's a receiver running open, throws the ball late, gets hit. There's a bunch of players over on that left side as they flooded that side, but too many defenders over there. It's 42. This safety they've got playing linebacker is absolutely mugging people coming across the field. I mean, he is jamming the hell out of people as they run by him, throwing them off contact. I mean, he's using that guy. Throws the ball over to the left. There's a stem route to number 19. Going to catch the ball on the left side of the field. That's going to be Tobias Merriweather with the catch. That's going to bring up 3rd and 2. So they do pick up 18 yards. Makes it a definitely manageable 3rd and short event here. We've got 2x2 as they're in gun deuce close. Wise wide open. He gets the running back out of the backfield on the wheel route. Hustle up to the line of scrimmage. That's Jordan James catching that on the halfback wheel out of that mesh concept. Copycat league, buddy. I tell you what, this Ole Miss offense, there's a lot of people trying to imitate them right now after making it to the championship last year. And Ole Miss, Oregon's one of them who's actually trying to imitate this team. We got double post and a vertical route over to the right. Let's see what happens here. Wide open. They've got 2 guys running free. Throws the ball. Casper the Ghost is going to catch it down on the 16. 1st and 10. They don't have to call a timeout. They can hurry up to the line. They have 1 timeout left. Want to keep that in their back pocket. But they were in cover 2, and that guy streaking down the right side was wide open. They're going to throw the ball here, and that's a terrible, terrible pass over to the flats. That is going to get intercepted. I don't know what exactly he was reading, but that was covered up. That guy was in a deep seam flat there. Yamalieva's talking to the receiver. Hansel, he thought he was going to run a different route, but that was just a stem route that gets undercut by the defensive back, linebacker, intercepted, kills the drive, keeps them from getting 3 points. That is just one of them plays. Yamalieva's now thrown 2 interceptions, and it has been heartbreaking to watch this young man as he tries to move his new team down the field. Ole Miss gets out of the half. We're going to be at halftime. It's going to be 21-14. The Rebels with the lead at halftime. They're actually going to be receiving the ball as well. Oregon's lined up to kick the ball. They're going to kick it deep into the left. Looks like Oregon did learn their lesson after giving up a kick return for the touchdown. They're not going to give them the freedom of going left, right, and down the middle. They kick the ball over to the left corner, give him one option, which is catch the ball and run to the right. Look at the yardage. I mean, right now, Oregon has 241 yards offense compared to 103 for Ole Miss. But 2 turnovers have been the thorn in his side. Patience is not a virtue for Oregon. They always want big plays, and they're always looking to throw the ball 30, 40, 50 yards deep. And those choices come back to bite them in the ass again. It was a recurring theme in the Ohio State game. We saw it in the Notre Dame playoff game, and now again in this first game of the year. Does it look? I mean, I hear comments that we eliminate the RPO, blah blah blah. That's the RPO right there. They're throwing the ball quick on the wheel route. They can sit there and say we didn't run no RPO. That is an RPO play. on one of the most abused plays in Madden. It's actually banned from Madden. That was an RPO, throwing the ball on the read flat wheel. Just try to throw the read flat wheel, was broken up by the defender. Does throw the ball over here to the flats. It's caught. I don't know, man. All these games are on. We've got the game film. We're watching the huddle, so everyone sees what everyone's running. First and 10 for Ole Miss. They're on the 27-yard line. Looks like a double mug look. Backs out. Two guys in the same spot, though, defensively. Going to be a 4-yard gain as it hits a quick hitter over to Daquan Wright. Ole Miss loves to throw the ball out there to the flat. They'll run that bench swap concept, and then they run some mesh. Loves the ball, throw the ball from the left to the right. Clears out the right side with two receivers running crossing routes and runs a crossing route himself to the other direction with Wells. We got 3-by-1 over to the left. Going to be inside zone. Picks up 4, makes it a 3rd and 2. No huddle. He loves a no huddle. You get the third short. He's going to do it. This is a bull call. 91 is just trying to get back on defense. That's all the guy's doing. He's not jumping off sides. He's not doing anything. Harmlessly trying to run back. This guy picks up a cheap 5 yards because he runs no huddle turbo, and the Oregon Ducks are just trying to get lined up, and they're going to call a penalty. Picks up the first down. That keeps this drive moving. Mateo with the big, huge sack backs him up. Going to be 2nd and 18, but man, you've got to be frustrating. Oregon moving the ball late in the first half, gets called for a holding penalty, kills that drive. Now it looks like they're going to get them off the field, 3rd and 2, and they no huddle, and they call a ridiculous offsides. Now Antoine Wells catches the ball. That's his first catch of the game, 1 catch for 4 yards. He was the favorite target last year of Jackson Dart, just running that play right there. A simple concept. Dre clear out 2 guys from the right going left, and he runs from left to the right on deuce close, wide open, very hard to guard, especially when they run that RPO, read flat wheel concept. This should be intercepted. Jumps up. Oh, wow. I know the Oregon coach right now has got to be livid. That's just a jump ball situation. His guy outjumps the receiver. Should have an interception, which would have helped with momentum. Instead, they turn an interception into an incomplete pass. Ole Miss is going to punt the ball. Haven't seen this very much out of this team. Lines up and punts it. 14 for Oregon. Is going to try to return it. Not very successfully, but he does pick up a handful of yards. I don't even know who he's got back there returning punts. I mean, that's Jordan James off the left side. Get a little bit of lag. I mean, that'll kill you as you're trying to run the ball and all of a sudden the game just stops and freezes on you. That was just as low with the punt return, but man, that's frustrating. You're trying to run a dive and the next thing you know, you get lagged. Game freezes mid-play. Picks up 3 yards, 2nd and 7. It's just disconcerting when you're playing and you're the team with the ball and you anticipate you'll be making a move, a spin, a juke or something. The game just freezes on you. Oh, wow. Jordan James with a run to the right, runs right into his big offensive lineman who misses a block, gets in his way, runs smack into his chest. His own guy just tackled him, basically. Going to be 3rd and 2 for the Ducks. Still trailing by 7, but there we go again. Network error. But yeah, I mean, there's plenty of time in this game. You still got over 7 minutes to go. Oregon right now is moving the ball. Even with all the turnovers, they're only down 7. Ole Miss lined up in the double mug. We're going to get the quick pass. If 20 makes the block, and he doesn't. If Jordan James climbs to the next level and goes and blocks the safety and lets the receiver keep blocking that guy, that's probably maybe a touchdown. Instead, 2 guys end up guarding and blocking the DB, the corner out there, and leaves the safety wide open who makes the play. Does move the chains, though. 1st and 10 for the Oregon Ducks. Inside zone, there's going to be, it looks like a run commit there. It's going to cause a 3-yard loss. Cam Franklin gets loose into the backfield, left end coming all the way across and makes the tackle. If that quarterback pulls the ball, if that was a read option, he is still running because that guy, they run commit, was all over the play. No one on the right side of the field, but that's irrelevant now. 3-yard loss. Oregon throws the ball out here to the flat. This guy's diving all over. There's guys falling on the field. When you watch Ole Miss, there's guys constantly diving all over the field. Looks like they're being sniped. Running back free in the flats. Going to pick up a first down. Going to be 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line. Run the ball up the middle. Holy cow. There's guys again diving all over themselves. Oregon's inside the 10. It's 1st and goal at the 7. If I'm Oregon right now, I'm probably going to run the ball 2 times and see if I can punch it in without throwing the ball. You get down in the red zone, guys, the windows just get smaller. It makes it that much more difficult to throw the ball. And when someone's playing this hard flats on the side, basically a double Mabel concept, you can't throw the ball much. So we'll see what happens. I'm sure he's going to take away any RPOs, though. He's got guys in hard flats. Just move the safeties to the middle of the field. He's going to run the ball to the right, which is what I predicted. Gain of nothing there. It's going to be 2nd and go. Great play by the user. Still in this close look. We've got a stretch play. Keeps him from getting to the outside. Going to run up the middle. Picks up 1 yard. So, I mean, he's been patient. He's tried to run the ball twice now. He's picked up 1 yard on 2 runs up the middle. I mean, I don't know what else to say. I mean, I myself personally probably would have ran stretches to the left side because everyone thinks you're running to the wide side of the field. And I'd love to take advantage of running into the boundary, especially when the guy removed the guy from the left side of the field and put him in the middle. It means there's one less guy over to the left. You run the ball to the left, but hey, who counts helmets? I mean, it's just run the ball where you want to run it. I don't care. If the guy puts another guy in the middle of the field, run it right at him. 1 guy over here, 7 guys over here, 1 guy over there, and you run the ball up the middle. But it's whatever. I mean, who am I? I only won national championships and run the ball more than anyone else in the league, but whatever. And Oregon with a false start. Again, that's going to be the 3rd penalty of the game against the Ducks. 0 against Ole Miss. Probably going to kill this drive, I'm going to anticipate, because now we got 3rd and goal at the 11. I mean, that just makes it that much more difficult. You can't just run now 45 base or stretch. Going to probably have to throw the ball. He's going to feel like he's going to have to throw the ball. He's just run a seam route. I would not run no damn seam route. Runs it right to the... Misses 13. Throws the ball to the route. Double seam. Guy just standing there. Throws an interception. That's the 3rd interception of the game from Nico Yamaleva. Yeah, you ought to be talking to somebody because you're the one who made a bad choice. Guy was wide open at the front of the goal line. Wide open, no one around. You make the wrong choice. You throw an interception. Kills the drive. Ole Miss again with another stop in the red zone. Great defense by the Rebels. Frustrating watching this offense sometimes. Forget the check downs and easy throws. You try to make $1 million passes every time. They're going to run the ball. Rashad Amos, power back. At this point in time, Ole Miss knows they've probably got this game wrapped up. We're just going to keep the ball on the ground, keep ourselves from making a mistake, and control the clock. At least that would be what my intention would be. Drop back to pass. Quick throw over here to the right. This running back is behind the line of scrimmage. This is going to be a legal man downfield. Holy cow, they just caught illegal contact. It can't be illegal contact. The ball was thrown behind the line of scrimmage. There's no such thing as illegal contact. That's the 4th penalty on the Ducks this game. Wow. They give them a 1st and 10 on what was a negative play, and now Ole Miss converts. Got to be frustrating. Got to be frustrating in that press box and on the sideline, knowing that you're doing everything you can, putting your defense in great positions, and you've got hosed with some questionable penalties, and that's another one. Ole Miss now in firm control of this game, going to run a jet pass to the right side, picks up 1, brings up a 2nd and 9, but at this point in time, it's more or less about just controlling the clock, avoiding making turnovers, and just trying to get out here with a W. I don't know if he can be patient enough to just run the ball every single time, but that would be what my plan is. I'm going to say, you're going to have to stop me. Angle route, Texas route, he heats him up. Throws the ball right at a couple Oregon defenders, bounces off the shoulder pads of an offensive lineman. He's running that blitz concept. He's got 2 guys meeting him at the quarterback. Ole Miss now is going to go back to gun deuce close. We'll see if they run the RPO read flat will. That would be something he's in his wheelhouse. He also loves to run halfback will with a mesh concept. So you're going to see 87 run a will, maybe 21 with the will, 3 running a crossing route. That's one of the options that we have here. Get a little bit of lag. I don't know what's going on. He's making some adjustments. Wow, we got leg. But not before he's able to throw the ball. Bad read. That should have been picked off. Defender's right there, and the ball just whizzes by him. First down, Ole Miss. They're now inside the 22. Oregon's forced to use timeouts. They've got to figure out a way to hold them to 3 points. Maybe get the ball back and go down the field and score a touchdown. They've got to hope that they can hold it. Well, I mean, even if they hold them to 3, we're in trouble. I mean, they're down 10. Going to have to heat them up. I mean, at this point in time, I'm bringing the house and just saying, hey, I hope you're dumb enough to throw the ball. Maybe I can sack you a couple times, or, maybe rush you into throwing a pick. Bench swap, that's all we get. He's got a guy undercuts it. Doesn't make the interception. That guy's right there. I mean, that guy is right there. Probably should have been picked. He just blindly threw the ball to the flats. Bench swap, number 8 right with the catch. We're at the 2-minute warning. I know he's the defensive coordinator right now is throwing stuff. That's a pick. 9 times out of 10, that's going to be intercepted going the other way unless he lays out and just catches it. That was an interception that's turned into a catch. Amos again with another carry. He's got 10 carries for 89 yards, 42 yard long. That's going to be enough to milk the clock down. That's a first down, first and go. Clock is just winding down. Tick, 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 tick. Ole Miss is going to probably hang on to this game, but man, you gotta be scratching your head and frustrated if you're an Oregon supporter. At 1, some of the play calls, but 2, the way this game's been officiated. I mean, they're playing out here in Oregon's backyard, basically playing on the left coast in Las Vegas. And the calls just have not gone Oregon's way at all. The referees have been totally one-sided and biased in their calls. Combine that, though, with the momentum. I mean, that's, I guess, a way of life in this. Anyway, Oregon's going to run the inside zone to the left, gets smacked in the mouth, brings up 3rd and goal from the 5. There's no way that Ole Miss is going to throw the ball here. Wouldn't even think about running an RPO. I'm just going to hand the ball off to 21 to the right. Put yourself in the middle. Going to get stacked up. Timeout, Oregon. Maybe you're hoping that with the way the game's been glitching out and lagging, that maybe he'll miss a field goal. Maybe it's a tight angle. Not really. Just a little bit to the left. He's not on the right hash. He's just a little bit offset to the right there of midfield. Kicks the ball up and through the uprights. That's going to be enough to seal this game. Or Ole Miss is going to take a 24-14 lead with 43 seconds remaining in the game, kicking the ball off deep. If Oregon does anything at this point in time, is just to sit there and make this game look closer than what the final score was. Oh, wow. We got a couple moves. He makes another spin to the left. He's out the door. He makes a spin to the left there. He is out the back door, and that's a kickoff return for a touchdown. And then we're looking at an onside kick. It's a spin and another spin. You just hit him in that spin cycle. But anyway, doesn't do it. We're going to get this motion again. This is this motion mesh play. Deep post, users it, number 15 with the catch, gets out of bounds, stops the clock. That's going to be the freshman again, DeAndre Jackson, with a catch. I mean, it's a 95 speed. He's the fastest receiver on this team, but man, his awareness is only 53. And a 59 catch. I mean, man, he's taking a leap of faith. That's a ball down in the middle to Casper the Ghost. He doesn't get it. The guy on the outside, the seam route, the number 2 receiver in the slot was wide open. Got a stem route to the right. That's kind of, oh, he changed it now. Now he got stem route to the left, post to the right in that slot receiver. That's what actually got him in trouble last time. Tried to throw that route, was intercepted. Got the crossing route, take that check down, get out of bounds. Casper the Ghost with a first down. But yet again, there's only 21 seconds remaining and no timeouts for Oregon. Nico Yamaliava is 18 of 26 with 302 yards passing. Thrown one touchdown, and 3 interceptions. They're going to motion out here to the left. We got an empty back. We got two hitches, a square. There's the hitch. Probably a good thing he dropped that because he was not across the end line for a touchdown. The clock would have been tick, 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 tick. Best thing happened there was he dropped that pass. Three by one. We got a mesh concept again. No motion. Sprint out to the right. Just going to throw the ball away because he was getting heated up. There's pressure instantly there. Lot of pressure coming at him. In his face, he had 2 guys breaking free and a third one in contain that prevented him from getting outside of the pocket to make anything happen. So smartly, wisely throws the ball away, led to play another down. Sometimes that's the better choice to make than trying to force something or throwing an ill-advised pass. It's just to throw the ball out of bounds or through the back of the end zone. Motion again, halfback Will. This guy's checked out. Will to the left, going to be Jordan James. That's a touchdown, Ducks. Cuts the game, going to be right now a 4-point game. Kicking the extra point, going to cut it to 3. 10 seconds remaining. We've got a 3-point game. The only hope now is for an onside kick because Oregon is out of timeouts. They're going to have to onside kick it, hope that they get a favorable bounce and maybe can throw one more pass and get in field goal range. That is not a good kick for the onside kick. You want the ball meter all the way to the left. Doesn't get it. Doesn't get the animation. Ole Miss is going to recover the onside kick. They're going to nil the ball, nil out, get out of this game. Good game. Good game. I mean, either way, we know that Ole Miss can compete with anyone. They've proven it. They went to the national championship. They beat Notre Dame. They beat Alabama. They just now beat Oregon for the first time. And they played last year in the national championship. So they are a team to be reckoned with. Now, with that being said, though, they don't have the best roster in this whole dynasty. We'll put that out there. Their roster is not something that you want to go head to head with anyone else. You're not going to sit there and say, you know what, we're going to do this, because they ain't the one. I mean, they've got a roster that is filled with hoes. But, you know, with that being said, they've got one of the better coaches in the league. So, you know, they've got that definitely working for them. They also have, I want to look at it right now. I can't bring it up. I thought I had my my Xbox connected, but we just streamed another game, so it hasn't been switched over. I'm going to jump on here real quick. I'm going to look at the schedule, and then we'll get out of here. But as far as team schedules are concerned, Ole Miss has Utah in week 3. That's a user matchup. But that's a Utah team that lost in the season opener. Tulane, they've got another user in Georgia. Big. They should be favored by 3 touchdowns. Oklahoma, LSU, number 12, South Carolina, Kentucky, Florida, Arkansas, Mississippi State. This is, from my opinion, Ole Miss is going 12-0 and will be playing in the SEC championship game this year. Again, the only question is who will their opponent be? Texas or Alabama? Both those teams should coast. I'm looking real quick as far as Alabama. I know that they don't have any roadblocks in their way to make it to the championship game. Their two user games remaining are Tennessee and Georgia. Texas, on the other hand, I'm going to check out their schedule. And remember, Texas, like Alabama, is loaded. Alabama returned Jalen Milroe at quarterback. But Alabama doesn't run the ball. Alabama doesn't pass the ball. They run the ball, focus on the run. So as good as that quarterback is, he's underutilized. And they've got a ton of speed at receiver that just goes unchecked because they don't throw the ball. Texas, they've got a head-to-head contest against Ohio State. That's not going to affect them in SEC standings, win or lose. Doesn't matter. They play Georgia. Steamroll them. They've got Mississippi State, Oklahoma, Florida, Kentucky, Arkansas, Notre Dame, out of conference game, cross-conference, interconference game. Doesn't affect their SEC standings. So, Vanderbilt, Texas A&M. Best case scenario, Texas goes 12-0. Undefeated in the SEC. Worst case scenario, Texas goes 10-2. Undefeated in the SEC. But now you got tiebreakers again. And what that might come down to is if they do lose to Notre Dame, Ohio State, you're looking at probably a rematch of Ole Miss now in Alabama again. So all roads are pointing to Ole Miss. Great game, guys. I'll wrap this up. We'll get out of here. Just want to sit there and put my 2 cents on it, give you guys a wrap up. Post-game show. Doesn't affect, though, Oregon. They're going to regroup. They'll be right back in the mix. One loss, out of conference, doesn't harm their Big Ten credentials at all. They will more than likely go undefeated this year and be playing in the Big Ten championship. And I'll say right now, Ole Miss is going to be in the SEC championship game again in season 2. So anyway, that's it for now. FAIRDALE Kings. And I'm out. Make sure you guys hit like and subscribe. Comment down below if you enjoy the videos. We've got more content coming. We're going to be talking about recruiting. We're going to be talking about other things. I was defending national championship right now. 12-man user. So, and number 1 recruiting class. I think I got some tidbits and some notes to help you guys recruit in the future. If you got any questions, hit me up. I have no problem sharing any of my, knowledge and my philosophy. No one's right. No one's perfect at anything they're doing, but, we do lean on each other. I get some different thoughts from different players in the Dynasty, and we use some of those techniques. So it's been fun. It's definitely helped my recruiting, and I'll share some of those ideas in some other future videos. But, man, FAIRDALE Kings, I'm out. Y'all have a good weekend. Thank you.